Hey guys, it's Dread Marshall 9. Podcast episode 2. We are going to do top 10 best intense battles in Naruto. So, without further ado, let's get into it. On mine, I have Neji versus Naruto. Don't get me wrong, Neji was a huge dickhead when he was at Genin. And literally, it was intense. If Neji could use summoning jutsu, he could have evened out Naruto. But no, Gentle Fist, greatest technique of all time. It's just stupidity. We'll compare the Gentle Fist to something else with Dreaded's view. Alright, next we've got Rock Lee versus Shira. That was a really good battle. Shira with the 7 heavenly breaths, and they all go out. Of course, they had to make him fall down and stop the match. Then everyone comes running, even though it's in the tuning exams. And it's his last fight. Any comments, Dread?
No, I agree. I like the Naruto vs Neji one. It starts to show Naruto's kind of creativity in fights and trickiness coming up through the ground and knocking him out. That's pretty sweet.
On third, we have Hashirama versus Madara. Hashirama Senju is a complete legend. Just as much as Madara is.
Yeah, so is Madara. The clash of the two colossal forces of good and evil.
Senju and Uchiha.
Yep.
Fourth, we've got Sasuke versus Naruto at the Final Valley. Third time. And with Sasuke, Susanoo, and Naruto in Tailed Beast state, that was fucking awesome. Of course, Sasuke had to absorb some of his power to do a final attack. But Sasuke lost. Sorry if there's any spoilers. And on the next, we have Itachi versus Sasuke. That was another good fight. This great, sweet taste of vengeance. My bad. Amaterasu was surprisingly used. And Kirin with the thunderclap. It was quite intense. Even though it took like 2 episodes.
Yeah, a great battle between the two brothers. And they even managed to squash Orochimaru right at the end.
No, Itachi sealed him away with the Totsuka blade.
Yep.
And final for me, I've got Sasuke versus Killer Bee. Sasuke's team, Suigetsu, Jugo, Kain, and Sasuke, never stood a chance against Killer Bee. Even though I love his rhymes, it was an epic battle. How many swords did he have? One in his mouth, about 2 on his arm, 1 down his leg. I think it was total 7 swords, wasn't it?
Yeah, could be. I didn't count them. A lot of swords. Great fight.
Great stance. Sasuke got beaten the fuck out of. They were treated because they thought they had Killer Bee, but no.
Nope. Hidden in an octopus arm.
Tentacle.
Great escape. Tentacle.
Alright. What about you, Dread?
Yep. So I'll read out 5 of mine. Right up there is towards the end of the war was a fight with Madara and Guy Sensei. Finally, we got to see him release all the gates, everything that he'd always talked about, and enter into some kind of ridiculous, invincible state He unleashed Madara. Very, very nearly died right there.
Just question.
Yeah.
Compared to the Gentle Fist, do you think the 8 Gates is more of a taijutsu move than that?
Yeah.
Because he fucking molests Madara.
You could call it that. It was a great fight. Very exciting to watch. And it's good that it didn't kill him. We still get to see more of Guy, thankfully. The next one is Doroi versus Ginkaku and Kinkaku. This fight was awesome. It happened over water, over when the beginning of the war as well, when they attacked from the ocean.
That's when all the Zetsu started coming out.
Yep, and epic battle, great finale. And
Yeah.
Doroi really stood up, and he kind of really stood out in that fight. He handled himself pretty well.
Is like Kaga's right-hand man.
For a reason, yeah. Next one is Gaara vs Naruto. This is like, remember at the time watching this, just being blown away. They both brought out their
Strength?
their full strength, their tailed beasts, and it went right down to the
Well,
wire.
Naruto's was basically a
Oh, it was a
transformation.
Yeah, that's right. And he just figured out Sage Mode and kind of brought that in and stood up to Gaara for the first time and basically humbled him after that fight.
Wait, back up. Jiraiya taught him Sage Mode.
Jiraiya did. He did teach him Sage Mode.
Or the Perfect Sage, whatever you want to say.
And those toads in the other realm helped him out.
Yep.
Yep. And then, so I'll also put up there Neji versus Kimimaru, yeah. In the forest. This is kind of the first time we see Neji's kind of weakness, where it lies. It's an awesome fight. I thought Neji was toast because he's versing a long range user and he's a short range fighter, but Neji pulled it off. He got the W. He used his weakness to his strength, so that was an awesome fight early on as well. Okay, then the next one I'm gonna put in there for the fifth one for me. It would be Naruto versus the Nine Tails.
That was well said. If it wasn't for Kushina, Naruto would be dead.
It's just a epic battle. Basically, Naruto fighting to harness his power within and almost losing everything in the battle. He could have lost everything.
Yes, he could have died.
Yeah, and it changed everything. Winning that led to those two becoming like kind of formidable force, unstoppable force. They were helping each other out from then on. Nine Tails and Naruto. Pretty sweet. So that's my 5.
On top of that,
It's
he
like
can
a bonus.
he can also go into Sage Mode while Tail Beast.
Exactly. Just accessing epic power. Yeah, so as bonus ones?
As bonus, we have Anoki versus Mu, the 2 particle styles users. It was pretty intense, but when Mu halved his power and chakra, literally, he had no chance.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great battle. They both can use 3 elements as well. And it's good to see the old man come out on top.
Yeah.
The grumpy old man. And the final one of extra bonus, we have Kakashi versus
Obito.
Beautiful fight, beautiful storyline.
Even though they were on the same team and Obito was a bit of a dickhead to Kakashi.
They finally got to have it out.
In the space dimension.
Yeah, very cool place to have a fight. Yeah, and we kind of got to see just how good Kakashi really is in that fight too.
And Obito, but there's one big question.
Very...
How was Obito still alive when Kakashi put a lightning blade through his heart?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, good question. Maybe someone out there can answer it for us.
But according to Madara, he placed some sort of chip to prevent his heart from bursting.
Interesting way to do it. But that's our final list. We hope you've enjoyed it.
If there was one dick move out of all these characters, it would be Madara taking Kakashi's Sharingan.
Ooh, yep, nasty move. But if you're the baddest guy in the world, you're probably going to do a whole bunch of those moves at some point. So we kind of expect it from Madara. But still, Madara's a likable bad character.
What would you rate him on physical assault?
10 out of 10. What about you?
I'm thinking the same. What about my guy?
11 out of 10.
Nah, he has to be various, like, equal.
Well, okay. Yep. 10
Because Madara went head to toe with him.
Yep. 10 out of 10. That's why that fight was just epic. It blew my mind. It still does. That's my best fight, I think, in the whole thing.
It was very cool how Kabuto blackmailed Obito with Madara. Anyway, this is the end of our podcast.
Yeah. We hope you enjoyed it.
And we'll be doing this more often.
If you've got like top 5 of your favourite battles.
Or 10.
Why don't you put them in the list below?
In the comments.
Thanks very much.
Peace.